number 8, Jey Uso versus the Ring General Gunther. In terms of this match here, Gunther and Jey Uso, I like this match. Once again, I didn't think it was among the greats of this card, but a good match nonetheless for the story that it told. I did think it was much better than Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. I like the storytelling part of that match, but obviously it was a lot of spamming kicks, super kicks back and forth, and it should have been, I thought, longer. In terms of Gunther, I didn't think this was his best outing at WrestleMania either. Definitely loved the match with Sammy last year, and then 2 years before that, loved the match that he put on with Drew and Sheamus. But this was a good match. It told a good story. I love about this match that Jey Uso was upping his wrestling repertoire. He was dishing out some of Gunther's wrestling moves to show that he can do more than the moves that people accuse him of only being able to do. And he was really bringing it to Gunther, sort of like out wrestling the Ring General. And then, of course, in the end, when he starts hitting the super kicks and then he does the splashes to Gunther's front, to Gunther's backside, to Gunther's back, front and back, and then Gunther's barely getting up. He's barely able to hang on, and Jey Uso locks in that sleeper, and Gunther taps out. I loved it because, I thought it could have been executed a little bit better, but I still love the idea of the finish because Jey Uso making Gunther tap out, it is the ultimate way to stand up to the bully because, man, Gunther all this time talking about, you have simple gestures for simple people and, telling him, you can't do this, you're not that good, and Jey Uso basically out wrestled him and made him tap out. It is the ultimate humiliation for Gunther. The only thing I think could have made it better is if he would have beaten Gunther to a bloody pulp. I mean, you beat his brother to a bloody pulp, so give him that same treatment back. But nonetheless, I liked it. I thought it was good. The opener, it's another match kind of like the Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. It's not going to go down as one of the greatest all-time matches, but it did what it needed to do and gave Jey Uso a huge moment, and that's why this match will always be remembered. As someone who followed Jey Uso since he debuted with Tamina and his brother Jimmy, I've seen these guys, man, or just Jey Uso in period. It's so good to see how far he has come. I'm just so glad to see him get to this point, win the world title. So much props because he has worked his butt off with that bloodline storyline and where he is today. This was fantastic, and I think that's what's great about this moment. Now, one of the things about this match with the finish that I was going to mention is, and I believe Aaron Riff mentioned this on his review on No DQ, is that it felt like you missed the whole drama part by having Gunther tap out as quickly as he did. And I know he tapped out against Ilya Dragunov when they faced off in NXT, but to me, like I mentioned in my review, you should have a structure. You should have A, applying the submission, B, the drama of is he or is he not gonna tap out, and then C, the eventual tap out. So that way it's like, oh, he's got it on, is he gonna tap, is he gonna tap, is he gonna tap, and then he taps it like, oh my gosh, here's like, he got the submission, oh, he tapped, yay, Jey Uso won. You didn't give us a chance to really let it sink in, and that's kind of like what we want to see. We want to let it sink in. So I thought they should have gone a little bit longer and milked that submission so that way we could really build up the drama in this match. You think of some of the greatest all-time battles. Think of Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart, which just got inducted as the first match into the WWE Hall of Fame. Think about if Bret Hart would have just put that submission, that sharpshooter on, and Stone Cold immediately passed out. And you never got that cool visual of Austin being defiant and basically with the blood running down, which became an iconic image of the Attitude Era and probably the most famous photo of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, that really helped make Stone Cold, just that one image alone. And if you don't have that because you decided to have Austin just pass our way, you don't get that. I did a ranking of the WrestleMania trilogies talking about Triple H and Undertaker in their WrestleMania 27 match. Taker locks in the Hell's Gate and Triple H grabs the sledgehammer, and they milked it for a long time of Triple H trying to get that sledgehammer to Taker, but he's passing out, then he's got some life, then he's passing out, and eventually he ends up nearly just giving up and taps out before he ends up passing out anyways. And man, it's just the drama, and I think that's what really I think would have put this match on a better pedestal basically for it. But yeah, I thought it was a good match. Gino in the chat says, did anyone really think Gunther was gonna tap to a sleeper? No, I didn't see that coming. I thought it was going to be a pinfall, which I think made it even more shocking. So yeah, like I said, I don't mind him tapping out. I just wish they would have